Are you thinking of selling your home or business? Hi, I'm Gloria, and as a realtor, I know that getting rid of the clutter in your home is one of the best ways to help sell your house quickly. At Jessup Premium Storage, our family-owned company provides a convenient and secure building for all of your storage needs. We now offer outdoor covered parking for that antique car, boat, or RV. Due to our recent expansion, we offer units that range in size from as small as a bedroom closet to as big as a one-car garage. All of our units are inside and climate controlled with 24-hour access and security. Our leases run month to month, so you're not locked into a long-term commitment, giving you the flexibility to move your belongings out the minute you purchase your new home. Stop by today or give us a call, 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage.
They're cool, clean, and secure.
WIFO-FM in Jessup, 105.5 on your FM dial. Good morning at 1 minute after 8 o'clock on this Thursday morning, the 6th day of October. And what is the subject of the day? Well, everybody's talking about it. Hurricane Matthew. We got Donnie Ray here this morning, Emergency Management Director here in Wayne County. World-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Mike Bridgeford and Blackshear by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway. Also brought to you by Sonic Restaurant on South 1st Street and Lightsey's Body Shop located on Rainier Road. Plus, we got 4-H'ers out there in the green room. We're going to have the 4-H folks on here in a moment. But first of all, we figure we get Donnie Ray on to talk about the latest on the Hurricane Matthew and how it's going to affect us here in Wayne County. Bob?
Well, Donnie, last night, midnight, what's the latest?
The latest at midnight was basically the same on the wind and all. We're looking at 40 to 45 sustained. But the key to that is, and I heard y'all talking about it earlier, is they're predicting for 24 hours over Wayne County. And that's the concern with the trees and the power lines.
So 24 hours of sustained winds.
That's what they're calling for right now.
And that was interesting yesterday when you said that the power company says that if you've got 40-mile-an-hour winds, sustained winds for an hour, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever the case may be, but sustained winds, 40% of the power go out. 50% will go out if the wind's 50 miles an hour or more in sustained winds.
Correct. That's a rule of thumb they go by.
Okay. All right. So you're going to have another meeting this morning. Is that correct?
We do. We have one at 8:30. This is like a roller coaster, as everybody knows. It's still very unpredictable. 50 miles to the east or west could make a good or bad for Wayne County. Of course, we're having to go out to sea 50 miles, which would help us. And I know everyone's hearing about getting a lot of calls about the evacuation on the east side of 95 in Glenn County. Mm-hmm. That is because, as of last night, they're predicting them to have 20 to 25-foot waves.
Oh,
so
wow.
that'd be the surge people. And the way they explain it to me is if you're 6 foot and you're standing neck deep in water, mm-hmm. that's like a 20-foot wave crashing on top of you on top of that.
Now, there'll be nobody going on off of St. Simon's and Jekyll there. Correct. Because it's amazing to me how low that causeway is going from Brunswick over to St. Simon's. I mean, when you get a really high tide there, it's lapping almost up at the pavement. Now Jekyll's not quite as bad, but St. Simon's is.
Well, Chief Lewis just joined us.
Chief Lewis,
he could probably tell you more about the causeway because he worked down there for 30 years.
They are predicting that both causeways will be underwater.
Wow.
So the island is going to be isolated, both islands. That's why they're trying to get the people to go ahead and leave now. It's in the barricades they have on the causeway on St. Simon's, going on to St. Simon's. It's going to take them a while to open that back up because of all the debris and all that's going to get caught by those barricades.
Right.
Separated the lanes and all. They were talking about that yesterday. But, one of the things we want the folks around here to realize that at some point in time, we may not be able to get to you. EMS, fire department, law enforcement, public safety, because we would have to take our folks off the road to protect them because we can't have them out there getting injured. So when the storm passes, we don't have people to send to you or equipment to send to you.
Right. You're not going to put your folks in danger to go save someone else when it's really dangerous for your folks, right?
Well, we really can't. And that's why we ask people to really think about this thing and prepare for it. Like y'all been saying, get candles, batteries, enough food, supply everybody for, I will say, with what we heard from the power companies yesterday, have enough food for a week to get by on. Fill up your propane gas tank for your grill. Break out your camping supply stuff. Make sure it's good. You may be roughing it inside your house for a while. In power lines, when they start falling down, we will be out like we were last time with chainsaws and all, the sheriff's office and road department and a lot of volunteers. We will be out with chainsaws trying to clear the road that we can clear to get people through. But with these power lines wrapped up in some of these trees and all, we don't bother those. We can't. So, that's what we want people to understand and to realize that, you really need to be able to take care of yourself. Check your medicine this morning. Make sure you have enough medicine to get through for a week.
Yeah, and cash. That's another
cash. That is very important. I was going to say that this morning. With power going out in some of these places, there may be some stores able to open and see some stuff, but everybody's gotten to use ATMs and debit cards and things of that nature. They may not be working. So go ahead and get you some cash and put back.
Get some cash. That's definitely. I happened to go to Walmart first thing this morning. I woke up about 4:30 thinking about all this, and I said, well, I've got to make a run out there anyway to get a few things. And I go out there, and it's amazing. I ran into 3 other guys I knew out there doing the same thing. And the water aisle is completely empty except for some Aquafina water, and that's it. But they did have a bunch of that up front. So apparently Coca-Cola dropped off some last night or something like that. And couldn't find a D battery in there. I'm sure there's other stores around town that sell them, D batteries, but I couldn't find a D battery in there. But I got some Gorilla Tape, duct tape, tarps in case a window breaks or some shingles get blown off or something like that, things of that sort.
The other thing we want to mention is go in your yard and look around for anything that can be picked up and blown around by winds. The road department for the city told me the past week, last time they had a basketball and plastic hoop that got caught up in the main drains and plugged them up, and what caused a lot of the backup.
Oh, wow.
Look at all that type of stuff. If you have pool furniture and all around, put it in the pool. That's the best place for it. All these plastic pool chairs and things of that nature.
In the pool.
Put it in the pool.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to worry about it blowing around.
And fill your boat up with water.
Yeah.
Fill your boat up with water?
If
you plug in and fill the boat up with water.
It won't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will help hold it in place.
I never thought about that. That's a good idea.
Yep.
Okay. I guess, a lot of folks in this area have boats over there up at Shellman's Bluff and down on the pier areas of St. Simons and Brunswick. I hope they've gone over there and gotten their boats and moved them back here to Wayne County or wherever they may be in this area.
I stayed out to around 9:30, 10 o'clock last night just checking different roads and things of that nature, and there was a lot of these twin-engine boats and all coming from the Brunswick area going north. So they are getting some of their boats and all out of the way, But please just walk around your house and on the outside and make sure you've got stuff that won't come flying through your window.
Okay. We've got Chief Deputy Lewis in this morning along with Donnie Ray from the Emergency Management Agency talking about being prepared for the hurricane that looks like it's coming through. And I think Bobby said the worst part tomorrow is 4 p.m. Friday to about 4 p.m. Saturday. It's projected at this time.
The window that they're telling Wayne County is 4 p.m. Friday afternoon to 4 p.m. Saturday afternoon.
I think they're going to back it up a little bit here in the next few minutes.
Make it because it's such a slow hurricane?
Slow hurricane. Last night at 12, they kind of hinted around that it's going to be maybe later the afternoon tomorrow.
Wow.
But I'll have
So
that.
it could be 6, 7, 8, or 9.
Yeah, sure.
The thing about it is you can already feel the effects this morning of the wind and everything.
And
it was good out there.
I actually rode to Glenn County down 341 and back today just to see how the traffic was.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more traffic going to Glenn County today than coming out of Glenn County.
Okay. People going to work.
People going to work. So
they're going to work.
So
we know the river's low, so we can sustain. What about how much rain you expected? You expect any flooding in this area?
Last night at 12, they actually knocked it down a little bit to between 5 and 7 inches during the 24 hours, which is a lot of rain, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like they was predicting yesterday. They're saying 7 to 10 at times.
Bob, you mentioned something that the worst time it's going to be, but we will start feeling the effects, these squalls on the outside of it a lot earlier than 4 o'clock tomorrow. So, and the other thing is to remind people, once something passes, don't go out and get caught outside somewhere that you can't get back inside, because it may be feeder bands that's just coming through in wind gust and all. You don't want to get outside and start trying to get your stuff moved around then. You need to go ahead and do it now.
And that's the thing about when we saw that with the hurricane or tropical storm back in August. You had bands. You had one band come through, and it was bad for a while. Then it slacked off. Another band came through, and that's how these hurricanes are. They have those bands. So don't keep up. Listen to 105.5 FM. Keep up with the radar to see exactly where it's at. He says right now, someone says they're pouring out of Glenn County right now. I guess once they got that message.
They got a message this morning.
Of course, when you say east of I-95, that's most of Brunswick. I mean, it's downtown Brunswick. That's the south end there along the river. Of course, you got both islands are having to be emptied out. So there's going to be a lot of folks from Glenn County that'll be not there by this afternoon.
Got to go to a meeting.
Yep.
We get updates today. We started last night every 4 hours, daytime and nighttime. So y'all be getting a little bit quicker updates.
Okay.
And it'll also be on our Facebook page, Wayne County EMA, as soon as we get it.
All right.
One thing, I just got a text from the sheriff. He told me to remind everybody to make sure that, fill your bathtubs full of water. That will help, be able for you to use your toilets and things of that nature.
Oh, yeah,
to have water to wash your hands and face and all in. So if you go without water for a while, that's a great idea. Make sure you do that.
Filling bathtubs up for the toilet water, really, that would be good. Now,
then you don't waste your drinking water.
Right. Yeah. In the city, we're a little more, I guess, lucky because you've got the pressure of the water until the whole tank gives out. In the county, where you have to have power to get your water, you better definitely do that. But still in the city, if everybody's using the water, those tanks can empty quickly.
Well, there's nothing to say that the treatment plant won't go down either here in the city.
Now, what happens if the treatment plant, you still get water, or do they cut it off?
I have no idea.
They're a critical facility. So that'd be one of the first ones with the power back on. I'm not sure about the new one since they've redone it, but they did on the older one.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. All right, guys, I know y'all got a lot to do. We thank y'all so much for coming in this morning, and Danya Ray's going to keep us updated here at Big Dog Country on the latest information on how Hurricane Matthew is going to affect Wayne and the surrounding area. Well, we've got a bunch of 4-H'ers out there. You can just leave the door open. Tell them to come on back. We got a bunch of 4-H'ers here because it's 4-H week, and they're going to come back, and we're going to meet some of the 4-H'ers here in Wayne County in 1 minute.
When it comes to working around the house, never underestimate the value of getting it done right the first time. At your local Ace Hardware, our associates are always ready with expert tips on the smartest ways to get the results you're looking for. We'll give you simple, straightforward advice that will help you save time and money.
Your local Ace Hardware store is Harris Ace Hardware, the helpful place. Located on West Cherry Street in Jessup, also in Eulonia and Hinesville. That's Harris Ace Hardware.
Hi. This is Tom with Almost Everything. Come check out our ever-changing inventory at 167 Southeast Broad Street. We are the area's largest estate buyer. From Tupperware to Tiffany's, we have it at Almost Everything. Don't pay retail prices. Come see us and save. We're open Friday and Saturday from 8 till 5, Sunday from noon till 4. We scour the country for furniture, antiques, and stuff. You never know what'll show up in Almost Everything. 167 Southeast Broad Street at the Old Furniture Showroom. Come see us this weekend.
Well, we got a bunch of 4-H'ers in here this morning, including their leader of the pack, Bill Hammond. Bill, you're a teacher at Wayne County High School, or no, you're involved with the extension office, right?
Yes.
Okay, you're involved
I'm the Wayne County 4-H agent.
Okay, you're the Wayne County 4-H extension agent for the 4-H.
Yes, for 4-H.
Do you other stuff there too, or are you just 4-H?
Basically just 4-H.
Just 4-H.
All the ag side, you want to talk to Mark Fry.
Okay. I didn't know they had someone just for 4-H. That's great.
Just for 4-H. I'm the extension agent. We also have Donna Harris. She's the extension associate. We both kind of tag team and do all the programs and all the activities and trips that 4-H goes on.
All right, it's 4-H week, National 4-H week. Bill Hammond in here this morning from the extension office. He brought several 4-H'ers in here. We've been running their announcements this week and letting them talk about 4-H. Tell us what they're going to talk about and who they are.
Well, first we've got Andrew. He's been a long-term 4-H'er. Andrew, how long have you been involved?
I've been in 4-H for 8 years. This is my 8th and my final year because I'm a senior at Wayne County.
And what's your last name, Andrew?
Howard.
Andrew Howard, tell us your parents.
My parents are Natalie Howard and Tim Romage.
Okay, and you're a senior this year, involved in 4-H for a long time. Okay. Tell us about your involvement in 4-H here in Wayne County.
Well, I began 4-H like most kids in 5th grade. And after 6th grade, it becomes more of a personal choice. They stop coming to your school and you have to choose to go to meetings at the office and stay involved. And I stayed involved. I've been on many trips. I've been to most events that 4-H offers, and I really love it.
Okay, and what, do you have a specializing area in 4-H? Because I know y'all have so many different categories that y'all can do.
Yeah, I go on a lot of the state trips and the competitions. Like every year they have a competition called DPA where people from all over the state of Georgia can go and compete in different project areas.
So what's your favorite project areas you like to compete in?
One of my favorites is public speaking.
Public speaking. So it's just not slapping the hogs and milking the cows, right?
No,
4-H is a lot more than that.
It's a lot of stuff.
A lot more than that. So public speaking is your favorite.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, that's good. It's always good to have those skills as you get older. To be able to speak in public is one of the biggest fears that humans have. All right. Any other information you'd like to talk about this morning?
If you have any other information about the Wayne County 4-H, you can come by the extension office and find out. We have lots of upcoming events.
Okay. And Bill, do you have any other areas that you want him to talk about while he's sitting here?
No, he basically covered it. He talked about DPA. It stands for District Project Achievement. Basically for the 5th and 6th graders, it's at a district level where we'll go to a county in southeast Georgia, and they pick a topic. There are more than 50 different categories that they can compete in. They prepare a presentation, whether it be a speech. They can also show off a talent if they play a musical instrument or sing. There's also a cooking category. And they compete with their speeches and demonstrations against the other kids in their project areas. Then at the end of the day, they're awarded either first, second, or third place. And it's a great learning opportunity for them to kind of be in a high pressure situation for them to do public speaking.
Okay.
Like you said, that's one of the biggest fears. It's one of the things that will help them throughout their school and into their professional career. And that's the whole reason for 4-H is to help these kids grow up into productive, well-rounded adults.
Good. All right. We got 3 more 4-Hers back there. Let's move on to the next one. Come on up, whoever's next. And there we go.
All right. So this is Erin Long.
Erin Long. All right.
She's another long-term 4-Her, and she's actually on our state senior board. So she's with a few of the other state 4-Hers, and they help plan all the state 4-H events.
All right, Erin, you a junior, senior?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior, and tell us about your parents.
My mom's Terry Long and my dad's Brian Long.
Okay, and you've been involved with 4-H since 5th grade?
4th grade.
4th grade, wow.
My sisters were in it before me, so I was kind of just sitting there along at their club meetings, and my sister shot BB, and so I was kind of sitting there, and I've done that up until 8th grade.
Okay, tell us about your experiences with 4-H and what it means to you.
Well, I've been doing District Project Achievement since 5th grade, and last year I ran for senior board, and it's a group of 8 people, or it's actually, the board is 8 people, but a whole bunch of people run, and you do a campaign speech, and you have to answer an interview question, and then the people of the state vote that are there. And
this is a statewide campaign, is that right? And you're one of the 8 members of the senior board throughout the state of Georgia for 4-H.
For Southeast District.
Southeast
and
District.
There's 4 districts in Georgia.
Okay.
4-H.
You got some notes there? Go ahead.
My project achievement is public speaking, kind of like Andrew, and I've been doing that since 7th grade. And the very first time that I was a public speaker, I won first place, and so I couldn't do it the next year. So I had to go and choose a different project achievement, and I went and done human development, and that was it was pretty interesting to see just everybody else's projects.
Human development.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
what do you do in human development?
Well, my speech was on how sharks and humans are kind of the same.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
I thought that was attorneys and sharks. I didn't know it was all people.
Well,
so how are sharks and people the same?
I don't have my speech right now, so I don't really remember all that much, but
you feel they are the same, huh? But you don't remember any, like 1 or 2 lines you wrote down that says why you think the people and sharks are the same?
Let me think.
Well, think about it a little bit here. Any other notes there that you've got there that you want to talk about?
Through public speaking, I've won many scholarships, and each year at our banquet, they award one person who's done public speaking, and you get a $50 scholarship. And I've won that the past couple years that I've done public speaking. And other than all the contests and trips that you can go on, you meet lifelong friends through 4-H that you will keep in touch with for the rest of your life.
Okay, Aaron Longman with us this morning during National 4-H Week. And what would you say to other students out there who are in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th grade who might be considering maybe joining the 4-H or wonder what it's all about?
If you start when you're young, I just say keep going with it because it's only going to get better. You get to be able to go on more trips, more competitions, contests, and there's just so much that Georgia 4-H can do for you and impact your life.
Okay, well, sounds good. Well, congratulations on being one of the on that senior board.
Thank you.
Okay, and if you think of the shark thing back there, let me know, okay? And we'll get you back on. All right, next 4-H'er up. Okay, your name?
Garrison McDaniel.
Garrison McDaniel. Okay, who are your parents, Garrison?
Heather and Jerry McDaniel.
Okay, Jerry McDaniel and Heather McDaniel, you said? Mom's out in the front, isn't she?
Yes.
Okay, and tell us about your experiences with 4-H here at Wayne County.
Well, I also do DPA. I used to do archery. I don't do archery anymore, but it's very good experience.
Okay, so what areas do you like to compete in, or you like to study or work in 4-H?
I did outdoor recreation.
Now, what do you mean outdoor recreation? What does that do?
My specific subject, I did geocaching, so I told them all what that was.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you like doing that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you get in the old Pokemon thing several weeks ago, a few months ago?
Yes.
Searching for everything all around everywhere? And what grade are you in?
I'm in 8th grade, but I do all 9th grade.
You're in 8th grade, but you do 9th grade what?
School.
School. Okay. So you take 9th grade classes in 8th grade, right?
Yes, sir.
You must be smart feller. And so which school do you go to?
I'm homeschooled.
Oh, you're homeschooled. Okay. Sounds good. You enjoy that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And so even though you're homeschooled, you can get involved with the 4-H here, with the Extension Service here in Wayne County. Now, how'd you go about doing that, being homeschooled? How'd you get involved there with the Extension Office?
Well, my sister, she started off doing archery,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did that when she started, I did it the next year, and then it started off from there.
So why did you decide to stop shooting the old bow and arrow, archery?
Just lost interest.
Just lost interest?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, that happens sometimes. All right. We appreciate you being on the show this morning. We got one more 4-H'er coming up here, and we'll talk to her here during National 4-H Week here on the world famous Butch and Bob Show on WIFO FM in Jessup. Your name, please?
Grace McDaniel.
Grace McDaniel. Do you know that guy back there?
Somewhat.
Yeah. What grade are you in?
Well, I'm in the 11th grade, but I'm doing all 12th grade work.
So you're homeschooled too?
Yes,
all right.
sir.
So he's the younger bratty brother, right?
Yes.
So tell us your areas of interest in 4-H.
Well, what I'm mainly interested in is the 4-H archery program.
Oh, so you're still doing the bow and arrow, huh?
Yes, sir. I've actually won several state tournaments on the 4-H competitions. So throughout 4-H, I was also able to master as a 4-H'er with archery, which was a really fun experience,
Wow.
and I recommend for everybody trying to achieve.
Good. Have you ever shot an apple off a person's head yet?
I have tried that. I have not tried shooting it yet, but I've tried asking people around, seeing if they'll just stand up there for me.
I bet you don't get any volunteers for that.
Yeah, most of them said no.
No, you're a pretty good archer, but we just don't trust you. So is your hero Robin Hood?
Oh, well, my hero is probably Katniss Everdeen, you know.
Oh, Katniss, all right. That's right. She's pretty good at that bow and arrow in those movies, wasn't she?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. She changed everything with that thing. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So, other than archery, any other areas of interest you have in 4-H?
It's mainly just archery, but throughout archery, it's given me a lot of opportunities, such as I've been able to train at the Olympic Training Center twice now.
And where's that?
Over in California.
California?
Yes, sir.
Wow. You got to go all that way just to train?
Well, I mean, it's a great facility.
Apparently.
I mean, you stay there and you train for about a week, and my coach took me, Coach Carl Green. It's been just an amazing opportunity, and all of this happened because of 4-H.
And what kind of awards have you won with your with archery and 4-H?
Well, I've won, I think, about 5 state titles.
Five state titles?
Not sure, from the 4-H.
Okay. Now, is it just girls competing, or do you compete against boys too?
With the 4-H, it's girls and boys, and
So
it's all in your age category.
Oh, so you're in age category. You're beating some of those dudes, right?
Oh, yes.
You love that, don't you?
It's a really good bragging rights. They're just like, oh, no, you're not that good. And then I finish shooting, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Robin has got nothing on me. Katniss has nothing on me, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're a junior this year, and but you're taking senior courses and so forth. Your plans after high school?
Well, I'm hoping to start dual enrolling in Georgia Southern in a few months, maybe.
Okay.
But after that, I'm probably going to join their archery team and probably stick with Georgia Southern.
Sounds good. All right. Both my boys went there. Both of them got degrees from there. Did good. All right. Bill, anything else that you want to comment on your 4-Hers this morning?
I mean, as you heard, we've got only 4 of them here. Kind of represents a wide range of the things that 4-H does. Throughout 4-H, Don and I go to every 5th and 6th grade class in Wayne County, and we meet with them once a month in their classrooms. Like I think Andrew said, after the 6th grade, once they get in 7th grade, it's more of their responsibility to find out the events we have going on. We do our best to keep everybody informed, but we can't reach everybody, so we do what we can, and we try to have kind of bigger, more exciting events for our older kids. And as they get up into high school, there's more exciting, longer trips. For example, this past weekend, we took the 7th through 12th graders up to Helen, Georgia. We toured Dalton College up there in Dalton, Georgia. Stayed in a nice, beautiful cabin. Went on a haunted corn maze, which was a lot of fun. And I went to an apple orchard up there in the mountains. Just kind of a nice, relaxing weekend. Also took them to see a different part of Georgia, tour a great college up there, and help them to kind of think about their future and what they want to do.
Is Rock Eagle still big with 4-H?
Rock Eagle is still huge.
Okay.
In fact, I think
my youngest son was involved 4-H for a while back, eons ago, and I know that he went up to spent time up there at Rock Eagle.
Rock Eagle, I think, is
both my sons did. Matt did too.
I think it's the largest youth camp in the world.
Wow.
They're actually doing a lot of remodeling right now. All those old cinder block cabins, about half of them have been replaced by nice new, fully furnished cabins. They're really nice. It's turned into I kind of jokingly say it's turned into Rock Eagle 4-H Camp and Resort. But it's turned into a really great place. There's still a lot of fun things that they can do at Rock Eagle. Camp about 1,000 kids a week from all over the state. So it's a great chance to meet lifelong friends.
Where's that near Rock Eagle?
That is in Eatonton, Georgia.
Eatonton, okay.
Absolutely.
And I do want to let y'all know that the show is being recorded on BigDogCountry.com and on video. We have a little camera right back up there. So later today, Jonathan will have it on BigDogCountry.com. Just go B&B Show, click on Archive Show, and it'll be there, so y'all can sit there and watch yourselves sit and squirm and all that kind of stuff while you're sitting and have a good time there. But he'll do that later today. It takes him about to the afternoon to get it actually downloaded to BigDogCountry.com. And it'll be archived for a couple of weeks. And 4-H is just a great program, and I know that a lot of kids enjoy that. And if a student out there, they can be in any grade enjoying, can't they?
Yes. The main thing, it really starts going in 5th grade. We have some things for the 4th graders. It's a Clover Buds program. We don't have too much going on. We're hoping to build that in the future. But if
they
you
can
have
join in high school too if they want to.
Yes,
they can join it. Be 5th, 6th, 7th grade. They can join in high school.
Correct. Yeah, they can join it. Anything. We have a ton of different teams they can join. We have the archery team that Grace talked about. We also have a BB team for the 5th through 8th graders.
We know the BB team does great because they always seem to be winning a rope awards like the archery team.
They won the state championship last year,
yeah.
So that was great. We also have a new shotgun team for the 7th through 12th graders that started last year. It's really starting to grow. There's a horse club for if any kids are interested in horses. There's a ton of different things that they can do. We also have a lot of events coming up. We have our annual 5K coming up on December 3rd. It's actually going to be a glow run this year.
What's a glow run?
So glow run means we're going to be running after dark.
And you're going to have glow things on?
Going to have glow sticks,
where's that going to start?
Necklaces. So it'll start over in Bill Morris Park on the road.
Right. How long will the course be?
So you can either do a 5K, which is about like 3.1 miles. We also have a 1 mile if you're like me and not quite up to that 5K. You can either run or walk. I'll probably be with a walking crowd.
And how do folks get involved with the glow run in December?
If you're interested in registering, the deadline to register is November the 4th.
Okay.
It's $25, and that does include.
And what's the date again on that run?
December 3rd.
December 3rd.
Okay. The $25 includes a T-shirt, so we are going to have a 5K T-shirt for you, and if you want to sign up, just call us at the 4-H office. The number's 427-5955. Or you can just stop by and talk to either myself, Donna, or Jennifer. She's our secretary in the front office. And we also have a couple, we have some newsletters there with all of our calendar events coming up. So you see all the cool things that 4-H has.
Somebody wants you to talk about, ask him about showing pigs and goats and other animals with 4-H.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. So 4-H does still have a lot of roots in agriculture. That's how we got started way back in 1902. It was all about agriculture. So we still have a lot to do with the livestock shows. In fact, we have a goat show coming up very soon. We've got a few of our 4-Hers who
let us know about the goat show. When you got activities coming up, please let us know so we can promote them so folks can show up.
I definitely will. Mark Fry actually knows all the answers about that. He runs the whole livestock team.
Right.
So basically, the main things that we show right now are we have goats. We do a hog show early next year.
That's in February, isn't it?
February is when we do it.
The goat show.
We have that out at the 4-H office in our barn there, and dairy cows as well. I know there's a few that show off dairy cows.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my card on there so you can call the station or email me with all the information that you've got coming up so we can pass along to our listeners. We're through with the Butch and Bob Show. We've run out of time this morning. Bill Hammond from the Extension Office talking about 4-H here at the Wayne County Schools. We've got 4-Hers in here this morning. Thank y'all for coming in this morning. I know y'all hate business school this morning, but I'm sure y'all ready to get back at it. We do get tomorrow off, though, or y'all get tomorrow off. We'll still be working here. Bob, any questions or comments or anything for them, or any final comments on Hurricane Matthew? Okay. Y'all have a most wonderful day. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country, WIFO, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Lycie's Body Shop, by Sonic Restaurant on South 1st Street. Stop by there for a great breakfast right now. By Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. 8:32, let's check in the latest news from Fox News Radio.
Fox News Radio, I'm Dave Anthony. As Hurricane Matthew nears Nassau, battering the Bahamas, we're finding out it was even deadlier in Haiti, killing at least 35 people. The storm